Hi. I thought you were going home for the weekend or something.
What happened to you, man?
Huh?
What the heck happened to you?
What do you mean? I read news of the outside world. You should try it sometime. See, I can have a comm cycle. I have confront. You don't. That's what happened to me. How's it going, David? David, how's it going? Okay. So I see you got the camera pointed at us. It's on the step. Is that what you're doing? Are you trying to be stealthy? Is that what you're doing, though? Just letting it sit there and pointing in our direction? Oh, yeah, you're from Boston. That's what they do there, too. Famco, right? It all goes back to Famco. Did that sign indicate to you? You're not OT7. Don't be looking here. Hi.
How you doing?
Not bad. How you guys doing?
Good.
How's Scientology working out?
That's my first time.
First time?
You ever been?
Yeah, I used to work here. Not this building, but in Fraser Mansion, closer to DuPont Circle. Back in 97, 98, I was there. Now I protest the crimes of their management. They claim that I'm attacking their religion, when really they can believe whatever they want. I don't really care about that part. It's the crimes of their management that we protest against.
Oh, the management. But the system works, right? The system works?
The system works?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's some things that I found a lot of value in. There's a lot of things that I thought was worthless, but to each his own.
It probably depends on how long you engage with them, right?
Probably, yeah.
The more you see, you see some things you don't like.
Right. Like I was trying to explain to a Scientologist today. He said I'm, attacking his religion. I explained that there's the subject itself and the techniques and the books and the information. And I said then there's the way that you run the organization and the way you treat people and the way they handle criticism. Usually when I come out here with my sign, someone will follow me with a camera everywhere I go. And for a while there, they were writing down on a notepad everything that I said. They said they were going to give it to their lawyers to sue me for libel and for harassment. But I knew that I wasn't doing anything against the law, so I persisted, and eventually they stopped. But it's that sort of behavior that is prevalent throughout the organization. This is a medium-level organization. The real abuse goes on in the higher-level organizations, like in Los Angeles and Clearwater, Florida. So, but it's bad enough here. When I was on staff, I saw a lot of screaming and yelling and crying, but nothing physical. But in the upper.
Screaming and hollering like the people who are trying to help you?
Well,
oh, you mean as a staff?
As a staff.
Oh.
Yep. I was what was called a public registrar, where I would try to get brand new people off the street to come in and sign up for their first course.
Right.
And if a couple of weeks went by and I didn't get very many people in, they would start to become suspicious of me, because in their minds, Scientology is perfect. So if something's not working, it must be the individual doing something wrong. And so more than once, I was pulled into a room and screamed and yelled at. What are you doing wrong? What are you hiding from us? Scientology is perfect. It's that sort of treatment that eventually I left after 9 months. I said, look, I moved down here from upstate New York to try to give everything.
Upstate New York?
Ogdensburg. It's a small city north of Syracuse.
Oh, okay. I live in Buffalo.
Oh, wow. Yeah. There's a Church of Scientology in Buffalo, too.
Right.
Smaller one, but...
Yeah.
So anyway, she's a
Mexican.
Scientologist who died down in Clearwater, Florida. That's where one of their upper-level organizations is. She had a nervous breakdown.
Oh, Google her name.
Yeah. I should put a colon in there. More than one person has asked me about that.
Well, that's good. I mean,
Does that make sense? Okay, cool.
Said, the name, and he said, you're telling me Google her.
Right.
I can read and take my time.
Right. Yeah, then that way you're not taking my word for it. There's court documents involved with this case, and that's what I really like.
Let me ask, what are you here for?
Well, let me tell you something else. If you guys are telling you, they're also lying to you, because he says we don't want to attack the religion, but I don't like the fact that they're not telling you the whole story. You come in here and they say they want Dianetics and some of this stuff, but they're not telling you that the higher levels, they have this belief that basically says this alien ruler brought these aliens to Earth, murdered them. The murdered spirits are called body thetans. They basically stick to your body or really to your spirit, and you pay them money to get rid of these body thetans. But they also, Hubbard also says these body thetans are the reason people believe in like the other world's religions, like, you know, Christ or Buddha or Islam, and all these things came from these body thetans because they were given this misinformation. So they tell you can be like a Muslim or a Christian or a Jew and join Scientology, but really they believe that these other religions are lies and fabrications, this and that. They call them R6. It supposedly happened 75 million years ago. But they won't tell you any of this until you pay them a real lot of money.
Right.
For real
It's a different stuff. Like you come in
I
with a
can
little
tell
bit.
Right.
all these crazy instruments cost money. You said it. I said, oh,
Everything's
God.
funny with these
But-
guys.
I
So
know.
But
It's
you-
all like a tiered thing.
So you think you come in, draw you in, and then you keep going.
Right, but you can look at all the information until you get to those secret OT levels, which is what he's talking about,
Right.
and that's where you'll find all the crazy stuff that they will not tell you.
Yeah.
Now, if they were upfront about it and said this is what we believe, and you know
Yeah,
here it
I know.
is, that would be one thing. But it's you know when they don't tell you, and then you
Get
pay,
sucked in.
Right.
you know, and you pay tens of thousands of dollars to eventually get there and go, wow, you know, why didn't you know?
You could pay. Well, I guess you can pay that much if you keep participating. Right?
If you wanted to do everything to get to the
I asked him,
OT,
I said, what would be the next level? He said, well, you know, it would be like you get into this and you do, and I said, oh boy. And then, you know, I've heard different things here and there, you know, on media.
right?
And do they do a cleansing?
Yep, there's a thing called the
My sister was
purification
gonna
rundown.
do a cleansing one time, and she wanted to get out of it. And she told me it was going to be like $1,500.
That sounds.
Cleansing?
Yep, that sounds
So you
right.
can cleanse your own self. I said, but she finally got out of it, but it took a lot for her to get out of it. She had to bring somebody that was in New York.
Oh
And
wow.
she said she's getting this cleansing. I was saying, you shouldn't do it. Not for $1,500. All you need to do is stop eating and eat fruit and water.
Right.
So what kind of cleansing are they going to do that you can't do for yourself? So then I guess she thought it had buyer's remorse.
Hey guys, you be good.
Yeah, thanks for talking. I appreciate it. Well, that was great. That was really great because they obviously were starting to take a course or something, and they were asking about the next level. Nicely done.
Yeah, I think they're done.
Huh?
I think they're done.
Yep, I think so too, man.
I've seen that a few times now.
Yeah. I remember that one time you were talking with that lady out in front of the org. I was across the street. She looked like Condoleezza Rice. I hate to describe someone like that,
Yeah,
but she
I
really remember that. And you had a great conversation. I didn't want to go over because you were doing so good.
I've had 2 or 3 of those where I think they pretty much were done.
Nice. Yeah, I never saw her again. Yeah, it's awesome, man. It's what it's all about.
It's
Gotta-
just crazy. It's like how you jump in there.
If we can't change the minds of the ones that in, then we'll just starve them from the bottom up. We'll just keep telling people the truth that try to get started, and eventually they'll run out of money or patience or something. But that was great. That was awesome. I watched them come out. They're looking at your sign like these guys are new. They don't have any idea what that is. But then they asked. I'm like, good. Hold on to that level of communication. You'll lose it the longer you're in there. See if I can get a picture of David next to the sunflower.